Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? I need to stop my phone from blasting this out in a second. There you go. We got in quickly enough. Hello, everybody. It's Bank Holiday Monday. What a wonderful time for us to be doing a live job hunt. Let me just make sure everything is up and running correctly. I think we should, if everything is working correctly, be live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Welcome along to everyone from both of those places. I can see we've got some Twitch chat going on. We've already had a Twitch sub come in, and we have some YouTube chat as well. Lovely, lovely. Everything is working. Welcome along. The plan for this stream, I don't anticipate this taking us much longer than about half hour, 45 minutes, unless we really struggle to find a job. But I guess we just crack straight on. Feel free to let me know down in the comments, down in the chat even. I'm live, Kev. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you've got any preferences as we go through. But the general gist is we are looking for a new job in our Pentagon challenge. We've now won the Champions League in both Japan, Asia, and South Africa. So our next job is probably to head to North America, because if we have a look at the leagues we've got loaded, we don't actually have the South American leagues loaded yet, which is very silly. So what I am going to do, right, first step, we resign. So let's resign from Stellenbosch. Someone said I would have liked to have seen the money at the end. There you go. That's how much money we had at the end at Stellenbosch. But we're going to resign from that job. We already had a resignation in to happen at the end of the season, but we've played our last game of the season and it hasn't auto resigned me, so I don't know when it officially decides it's the end of the season. So that's that done. Now we can go on to here, and we're going to remove or view only the African leagues and add the South American ones on. We've already got the North American ones on. We're not adding Europe yet. Europe can wait for now. Libya comes off. Mexico's already on. Morocco comes off. Nigeria comes off. South Africa comes off. Spain stays view only. We are going to add a few more South American, because at the moment that's only Brazil and Argentina. That doesn't seem right. Hold on. Let's confirm that. And if we then head to the Argentinian league, so we want Brazil, we want Colombia. We tend to add all of these ones. So I'm just going to take a little picture of that. This is the admin that I normally do when I'm not live, when I'm not in the video. So we're going to add those leagues as well, assuming they're addable, which I think they are. So we are going to add, we've already got Argentina and Brazil. We're going to add Colombia. Do we not already have Colombia? No, let's add Colombia. Oh, in fact, there's only those 6. We'll just add them all. That's easy enough. We just add them all. We're only going to add the top divisions. I think we don't need to mess around too much. Chile is already on. Is Chile already on there? Oh, I already added Chile just now. So Chile, Colombia, and Peru, and Uruguay. Are there any more North Americans we could add? No. There you go. So we do that. Boom. That is league sorted. So that will tick over soon. So I don't know when those. Yeah, it's going to be. I think we're probably heading to North America. Remove the African leagues completely. That's not. Yeah, why am I not removing the African leagues completely? Let's remove the African leagues completely. This is where I have to remember what places are in Africa. Yeah, because we want the game to run as quickly as possible. So the African League can just be removed. And that makes more room for South America. There you go. That bumps the game speed up to 1.5 rather than half. Jamaica's not an option on the database that I've got. So the North American leagues, we've got Canada, Mexico, and USA. And then South America, we will have Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Peru, and Uruguay. But a lot of those South American ones won't add on until January, and it's May now. So chances are we are going to end up in North America. Now, a few people did say when it comes to the MLS, we might have to abandon the whole Virgin Pentagon thing. Even we're not calling it that, but we might not be able to do it anyway, because apparently there's only one team in the MLS that's never played in the Champions League. Only 3 of them have won it, but there's about 35 gazillion teams that qualify for it every year. So I think we won't go to anyone that's won it previously. But I think avoiding teams that have ever played in it is going to be close to impossible. If we just try and find the Champions League. What's it called? CONCACAF? Is it CONCACAF? CONCACAF Champions League. So if we look at past winners. So LAFCA have won it twice. St. Louis. The Seattle Sounders. And they're the only ones, I think. So we can't go to Seattle, St. Louis, or LAFC. But anyone else is fair game. Let's just filter this to club jobs. And it's club jobs in. Take the divisions off. Where's MLS? What's the MLS called? There's too many leagues. Right, Canadian Premier League, Liga MS, and MLS. They're the only ones we've got at the moment, so we have to add these back on. Not South Africa, that's where we just were, Kevin. There you go. So they're the current jobs that are available. St. Louis, who we can't go to because they've... Although it doesn't say on there that they've won the Champions League. Did we just see that they had won it? Hold on. We're going back again. It's very complicated. So past winners. Yes, St. Louis have won it. Or is there two St. Louis's? Why is it not showing on their honours? Oh, I'm very confused. Right, so we can't apply for St. Louis, is the general gist. Santos Laguna in Mexico have won it, so we can't go there. They won it last year, so we can't go to Santos Laguna. And Club America must have won it. Club America have won it 3 times. So, none of the currently available jobs are ones we can apply for. So let's holiday forward 2 weeks and see if anything else becomes available. We might end up in South America after all. Is it because they won it while the league was view only? I mean, it might have been. You can't go to Inter Miami either. I mean, we'll do some proper research when jobs come up. I'm sure we would notice eventually. Probably because you didn't have the league loaded. It might have been. Thank you to those of you who are subbing over on Twitch, by the way. I can see we're on a hype train. Very much appreciated. Keeps the wolf from the door. Thank you very much. Come to Nashville. I mean, if Nashville becomes available, it's an option for sure. I think it's an option unless they've previously won it. We'll be double checking. We'll be fact checking everything. And then we'll end up somewhere. But I think the hang on. And Bambo's left Stellenbosch. That's just come up in the news. I've been out of the door 3 minutes and they've already sold Mbambo for 350,000. I spent 2 years stopping that from happening. For goodness sake. My word. I don't need to buy a cowboy hat. I already own a cowboy hat. I've been to Disneyland. I have a cowboy hat. Right, Club America we can't go to, can we? So we'll go forward another 2 weeks. I mean, if we end up making it all the way to January, that's when the South American teams become available. So it's not the end of the world if we do South America, then North America. I don't mind doing that. I can live with that. It's got to be Kansas City. I would love for it to be Kansas City because then all of my Kansas City merch that I've got, I can wear. The Klopp cap can come out of retirement. And I would like that very much. You're getting a double bump because it's a holiday in America. It's a holiday in America today as well, is it? It's a bank holiday in England. I assume in the whole of the UK, but I know they don't always line up, so I'll be safe and say England. Don't want to upset the Scots. Last thing I want to do is upset the Scots. But America are off as well, are they? Lovely old stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Since when has there been a mark all as red feature? Since like Championship Manager 3, I think. I love it when we discover buttons that we didn't know were there. What was the button I discovered relatively recently that I never knew existed before? There was something somewhere. Even after 30 years plus of playing the game, I'm still finding buttons every now and again. They're called Sporting KC. Yeah, I mean, I can live with Sporting KC. Alan, thank you very much for becoming a channel member. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And again, we're on a level 3 hype train over on Twitch now, so thank you very much to all of you. I don't actually have a list of your names coming up on screen, which is annoying. I need to talk to Matt. Right, what's gone on here? Why have we got all the African clubs reappearing? Why is it added everything back in? What's the point of doing most complete version of Football Manager ever? What's the point in doing the filters if it just takes them off again when it feels like it? Because now I've got to find the leagues again. Right, Canada, Mux and Mlus. Charlotte FC. Has she ever won it? I mean, I want to be them. They've got a manager. It doesn't look like Charlotte have ever won it. Did somebody say Charlotte before? So we could potentially go to Charlotte. We're going to apply. I'm just checking they've never won it. Charlotte, Charlotte, Charlotte. No, right, we're applying for Charlotte. I don't know if they're any good. I can't even interpret if they're any good by looking at this because MLS, I don't really understand it. The fact they finished 14th out of 15, the other leagues only got 14 in the first place. I don't understand that. How do you have an odd number of teams? They'd probably still win it next season. They are rubbish at the moment, though. Right, we will apply for the job, and then we'll go on holiday for another couple of weeks. We can't go to Club America. I'm not massively excited about Charlotte, but I'll go there. Oh, blimey. All right. I'm not massively excited about them. They do seem a bit keen, though. Hello, Joe Laboo. I'm off to my interview. Welcome, Kevin. We're glad to have you come along to discuss our plans for the club's vision. Should we decide to... now, Joe, let me stop you there. As a 2-time Champions League winner on multiple continents, I do feel the need to just establish from the off, I'll be making the decisions about whether I end up as your manager or not. This is... The landscape has changed. You're not interviewing me. I'm interviewing you. I'm glad you've given me a chance to talk about the club. We are going to get down to business. You've got reservations. Well, balls to you then, Joe. What are your reservations? I've never managed in this country. Can you explain why that shouldn't be an issue? I mean, I assume it's easy to get a visa. That side should be fine. I have experience in various other countries. Can you tell me why managing at a number of clubs, as you've done, is a good thing? Because I've won at all of them. Yeah, I do want to settle down. I don't know what promise I've just made there, but I've just made him a promise. Why have you felt it acceptable to apply for a number of jobs? Because I want to get jobs. It is acceptable. Is it fair to say you haven't done a great job with the media? I have never once spoken to the media. I'm not going to make a promise because I'm not going to start speaking to the media. I haven't had any complaints, just to absolutely not acknowledge that there was ever a problem. Are you willing to assure us you do a better job of meeting expectations? Again, I'm not making promises. I've got a good record. It speaks for itself. You'd be potentially replacing someone who did not enjoy a good relationship with our fans. Could you do better? People universally love me. Just check my Twitter. Good relationship. Are you the right manager to lift us from our solid platform? You finished 14th out of 15, Joe. Is that solid? It's solid in so much as you can't get relegated, I suppose. It can't get any worse. Which is, if you can't go down any further, I guess that is fairly solid. I believe I have a reputation that's sufficient. And he answers that question. Am I going to work with Zoran Kaneta? He doesn't have a beard. I mean, I'll work with him because I need somebody to do my transfers for me because I certainly don't understand how salary caps and stuff like that works. So I'll tell you now, boys and girls, if I end up in the MLS, my director of football, I'm going to be leaning on a lot. He's going to be doing all of the squad building for me. Are you looking to bring any staff in with me? Nope. Long-term vision for the next few years is become an established MLS team. I mean, you can't get relegated. You literally already are. You want us to reach mid-table? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, okay. Someone has to see my manager reputation. So my manager reputation is 4.5 stars. So at this point, I could probably walk into Manchester United. So Charlotte are definitely going to offer me the job. But we might get another job come up in the meantime that we prefer the look of. So let's go forward 14 days again. There we go. Push forward. Can I explain why Zed was crying for better graphics in FM? Because he wanted better graphics in FM because it's 2025. You'd only need 2 stars to do that. What? Go to Charlotte? Oh, to go to Manchester United. I hear you. Look, getting a Premier League job is impressive. There you go. They are offering me the job. The question is, are there going to be any more jobs that appear first? We're not going to jump to... I mean, look at all that money. There is big pennies available. That's jolly nice. Has anything... Oh, will you stop taking the filters off? Goodness me. Right. Oh, hello. What's this? Have we added more leagues? If some leagues in other countries have come on, this might change everything. What's been added? I'm trying to work out what leagues have appeared. Because that had changed. But seemingly none are on there. I don't know what's going on. What's all this? These are the Brazilian leagues, aren't they? I think. And that's Argentina. But those leagues aren't... What? Those leagues aren't on yet. I don't understand. Right, where were we? Let's just carry on looking for these leagues that we know we can actually go to. So, Canada, Mexico, so Pachuca has become available. Have they won the Champions League? They have, so we can't go there. So we have our job offer from Charlotte. We can usually delay twice, so that is what we shall do. We'll delay. We'll now push forward a week and see if anything else becomes available. It looks like we're going to Charlotte, though, unless something changes. Very excited. Enjoying a Diet Coke. How about tick by nations rather than specific leagues? Because if you don't have the leagues ticked as well, it doesn't show you them, even if you tick the nations. Most complete version of Football Manager ever, etc., etc., etc. It's bananas. Right, DC United might be becoming available. FC Dallas might be becoming available. My dog is going bananas, and now next door's dog's going bananas. This is fun. Anna's in the shower, I think, so she can't go and sort it. So this is what happens when you're live, boys and girls. You just have dogs being maniacs. Can you hear him? He's not coming in here because he's an idiot. Twitch coming in with the Dave emotes. Do we have the Dave emotes on YouTube as well, or is it just Twitch who've got them? I should add them everywhere, really. Right. Let's check the job centre again. You can't hear Dave. That's all right, then. In that case, we can ignore him. The fact that the neighbour's dog is also going mad suggests they're not home, so it doesn't matter if our dog's going mad, because they're not going to complain. Now Anna's yelling to add to it as well. Right, Club Leon. Have they won the Champions League? They have, so we can't go to Club Leon. Have we had... Hello?
He's just going to bark because I need a shower.
I know. I'm busy. She knows I'm live. Right, let's why have we not had the offer? Okay, so we've had the offer again. We're going to delay them for a week again. That's the last delay will be allowed. Right, let's jump for it. Looks like it's going to be Charlotte, boys and girls. Is that where Ric Flair's from? Charlotte, North Carolina. See, I know my wrestling. Who else is Charlotte, North Carolina? Isn't that where Kenny Omega pretended to be from for a bit? DC United have won a previous version of it, have they? He's from Minnesota. He was billed from Charlotte, North Carolina, wasn't he? That's why Charlotte Flair is called Charlotte. There you go. Someone's confirming it's why Charlotte Flair's called that. There you go. See? See? I know where wrestlers are from. At least I know where they're billed from. The Seattle Sound. That's one we can't go to. We can't go to Seattle, can we? We've already established we can't go to Seattle. Right, that's another week that's gone by. Once again, all the filters have been turned off. Most complete version of Football Manager ever. So MLS, Liga MX, Canadian Premier League. Right, the San Jose Earthquakes are now an option. So now the quest, I'm assuming they've never won it. So they're a better team. So now the question is, I mean, we're going to have to make a decision about Charlotte now. Do we go to Charlotte or do we hold off for San Jose? That's the question. There's no way to do polls anymore, I don't think. So you're just going to have to type San Jose or Charlotte in the chat and I'll work it out from there. So what we're... Oh. Well. I mean... Fair enough then. We're not going to San Jose. Or we've got Puebla, who are in Mexico and have never won the Champions League. So now it becomes, do we want Club Puebla or Charlotte? So they're a 3-star club. Will apply compared to Charlotte, who are a 3-star club. So now I guess... Let me know. Charlotte or Puebla. And I'll try and establish from the chat. Based on pronunciation, I'd say Charlotte. How is it not Puebla? Puebla. Is straw poll still a thing? Didn't straw poll used to be a thing? Straw poll. I want to be able to get you to actually vote. Create a poll. Can I do this for free? Who should I manage? Charlotte. And I'll post it in both chats. Puebla. So there's no point doing this live if we're not giving you the vote. So I'm just going to pop this in both chats. Brilliant. I'm not logged into the Twitch chat. Hold on. I can go to Twitch via my browser. What's my name on Twitch? There we go. Posting it in there as well. Right, the poll is now in both chats. So you've got like a minute to make your minds up. And I'm not going to show you how the voting's going so far, because I don't want that to influence voting. We're not having tactical voting here. So I'll give you a minute or so. Is neither an option or is the best way? Neither. I mean, the way to vote neither is to not vote, I guess. I can show you the squads while we're waiting for the voting. So this is Charlotte's squad. They have these players. So he's currently player manager. So I'm guessing, I don't know if he'll be sticking around. But yeah, these are the guys. So that's the best. That's the fanciest guy at Charlotte, at least in terms of pennies. I don't know what any of these I don't know what any of these means. These guys have got text messages next to them. And then Puebla. He's the best guy there. I mean, obviously, we're not going to know who any of the players are because it's 2036. Has anyone got anyone exciting and young in their first team? These guys have got Oscar, if I can find him again, Oscar Rodriguez, who is a centre-back wanted by Southampton, but he is only 5'11", so I've got no interest in keeping him. Or Charlotte have got, who's there? I mean, they've got a few young players. I mean, I don't think they're using this guy. Yeah. They've got young players in their squad, but they're not really using any of them. Philip Foos, who again is only 5'11". What is it with the tiny centre-backs? I don't understand. Right, should we see how the voting's going? Oh, wow. Okay, it's resounding, boys and girls. Nobody can complain that I didn't go to Mexico. 248 votes. I mean, that is there's 1,000 people watching just on YouTube. I don't know how many are watching on Twitch. So the fact that so few of you even care. But yeah, you've got like 30 seconds. I mean, there's over 1,000 people watching across the two platforms. If you look at that and you don't like the look of it, you've all got the opportunity to go and do the voting. You could change this. Two people have done that. There's a couple of hundred watching on Twitch. So yeah, well over 1,000 people watching. Less than 300 have voted. This is democracy in action, boys and girls. But less than 100 people have voted for Puebla. And when you lot are complaining in the comments every day, this is what I'll be saying. You could have pinned the poll. I mean, I could post the poll again. And then pin it. There you go. The poll is pinned on YouTube. Can you pin stuff on Twitch? I don't even know how Twitch works. Oh, you can pin it. There you go. The poll is pinned on both. But yeah, I think it's pretty clear. We're off to Charlotte. I'm going to wear my Ric Flair hoodie, which I haven't worn since there were a few things said about him. I don't even know if I still own it. Right, I think we're about to get the Charlotte offer, and I think we're about to go and manage Charlotte. So there you go. They have approached me again. And I think, get me in a sombrero. Last time I managed in Mexico, I did wear a sombrero and sucked on a little plastic cigar as well and wore a moustache. I don't know how I haven't been cancelled over the years. But yeah, it's pretty resounding. It's Charlotte, boys and girls. We're going to start negotiations with my buddy Joe. There you go. Negotiations finalised. Charlotte FC have today confirmed the appointment of Kevin Chapman as the club's new manager. I'm 54 in this game world now. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 54-year-old. I can't believe this save's been going 30 years now. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 54-year-old who's recently spent time away from club football, not very long, and he's sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the Bank of America Stadium. Chapman was the subject of considerable criticism at Stellenbosch. Excuse me? Oh, that's the highlight of my time at Stellenbosch. We got knocked out in the Nedbank Cup. No mention of me, winning the treble, winning the league 2 years in a row, winning the Champions League. No, my most notable moment at Stellenbosch was getting knocked out of the Nedbank Cup when our reserves lost a football match. I hate this game. But yeah, they're rubbish. They're on a run of 8 league games without a win and are currently 15th place in the MLS. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. I am at the worst team in the MLS, I think. And again, the Americans are going to get upset about this regularly, aren't they? I'm British. I'm going to keep calling it the MLS because we say the Premier League. I know it's MLS and you name your stuff weird, but it's going to be the MLS. And you're not going to stop it. You had the opportunity to not have to have the MLS constantly, and you blew it with the voting. So not my problem. We've got £25 million to spend. Let's go and buy some South Africans and some Japanese. How very exciting. Oh, João Pedro stuck around as well. One of the actionable objectives is spend the original transfer budget. The Serie A. I mean, am I Italian? Do I look Italian to you? Isn't La Liga literally the league? So, you know, I'm English. I'm going to say the. I'm American. I'm fine with the MLS. I typically call it the MLS. Exactly. Right. Let's confirm all of this shenanigans. All of this I'm going to go through properly on tomorrow's video, so I'm not going to go through too much of this now. In fact, I'm probably just going to leave it there because I think we need a video of me getting very confused at what all of these emails are going to mean. But the things we do want to quickly check, we want to see how much money there is. There genuinely is a lot of money. And you want to look at the stadium, the Bank of America Stadium. Let me just get Wang Jangler, Bank of America Stadium. Let's have a look at it. Looks like it's a big one. Home stadium of Nuffles, Carolina something. They play at an egg chasing stadium. Interesting. Do they not play Nuffle during the football season then? Oh, wow, it's big, isn't it? I don't know why all that paint's all over the pitch. And the goals are wrong. What a big screen that is. There's not many people here, is there? There's almost as many people on the pitch as there are in the stands. What's with all the numbers up there? It looks like a nice stadium. Pull your hat down properly, man. Goodness me. Why do I call it egg chasing? Because they have an egg-shaped ball and then they all chase it. Is it not? I mean, do we not all? That's basically what the game is, isn't it? They chase eggs around. No roof. I imagine it's warm in North Carolina. But yeah, there you go. That's our new home stadium. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Boys and girls, we are going to wrap the stream up there. Like I say, we were never intending on this being a particularly long one. We've got 20,000 season ticket holders. It's a synthetic pitch. Ugh. Ugh. But we will be back tomorrow with the first video at Charlotte FC. And I'm part of Citigroup. That badge seems to be the Citigroup badge. Who have they got as their affiliates? The Crown Legacy and Sacramento. There you go. But yeah, I'll try and interpret all these emails tomorrow. And I guess we've now got a good couple of weeks of me trying to work out the rules to the MLS. But for now, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching. If you are over on YouTube, please make sure you leave a thumbs up on your way out. Thank you for the lovely turnout as well. 1,000 people viewing a stream. Doesn't happen very often. So that's very much appreciated. Twitch, I'm back on the rubbish chair. I'll be back with you soon. But this is about as long as I can sit down for. So I'm working on it. Once I can sit in the big boy chair for 3 hours, I'll start streaming on you regularly again. But for now, toodle pip, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Big smiles.